Most High God, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading, with this investigation, with our communication between us and the wider public. Do step in and deliver your messages to all of us involved in this situation right now. Please and thank you. This war is over. We won. I won. Little old me won. Me win. Me win already. Several times. And we're getting to the point in our association where it's time that you people start to physically suffer for suffering me. Because y'all are taking this for a joke. Y'all take my well-being for a joke. Y'all take the well-being of my child for a joke. And y'all think that because you are the ones who quote-unquote run society and you are friends of the people who run society, or you work for the people who quote-unquote run this society, that there's nobody to check you. But you're wrong. You are mistaken. You are very wrong. You are very wrong. And you're about to find out just how wrong you are. If I was you, I'd be jealous of me too. If I was you. But me, I don't do jealousy. Y'all are jealous of my power. You're jealous of my intelligence. You're jealous of my beauty. You are jealous of my good character. You are jealous of my charisma. You are jealous of my courage. You are jealous of my power. If I were you, I'd be jealous of me too. I get it. Take a picture. Take a fucking picture. I look good. I smell good too. I'm a pussy good too. As a matter of fact, my pussy is great. I'm a fantastic mother. I'm an exceptional sister. I am a loyal friend. What do you know about these things? What do you know of these things? I am a woman of integrity in public and in private. What do you know about these things? Cherry, John, Malachi, you all are to be ashamed of yourself. You all ought to be ashamed of yourself. And I feel that's part of the reason why you're still fighting even though you've lost. You feel bad. You feel like the loser that you've always been, to have even walked this path that you call your life's story. How did you get to where you're at today in life? Always been a loser. Always been evil. Well, not always, but whoever raised you, whoever's voice you allowed to be the loudest in your mind, you took on that person's evil spirit. You liked it. Or maybe you just thought it was more profitable. That's how you got here. What is my crime? I'll know. None of you can tell me what my crime is. What have I done to deserve this treatment? From since I was born until now. What has Chanel Green done to deserve such treatment? Who's the bad guy here? Me or you? Court is in session. And you know how a court case go. This is real court. These jewelries can't be bought or sold. This judge cannot be bought or sold. Honorable Judge God presiding. Honorable Judge Conscience presiding. Honorable Judge, you know the truth as it pertains to you and my case. Presiding. You can't fool nature. You cannot fool God. You cannot fool karma. You cannot fool yourself. You have no business treating I've been doing. None. None that is legally justified. None that is morally upright. What is my crime that you treat me this way? How do you justify treating me like this? Your justification is what? Remember that. Remember that. So when you're getting your punishment for the fuckery that you've done to me, you'll know exactly what your crime was. And I pray that God make it abundantly clear when you're going through whatever it is that God chooses to use as your punishment, that you are abundantly clear that it is because of what you did to me. And by extension, my child. I want you to know that the reason why you're being chastised, the reason why your life is going downhill, the reason why you are being abused, the reason why you are suffering misfortune is because of what wicked things you did to me unjustifiably. I have committed no crime. Being a person who is willing to stand up for the right is not a crime. And you doing whatever you can to shut a person like me up because it's interfering with your well-being, because it's interfering with your money, is no justification. I didn't tell you to be on the wrong side of divine law. You chose that life. And you chose wrong. When I make mistakes, I have to suffer for them too. As a human being, I have the right to stand up for the right. And anybody get caught up in that because they're on the wrong side of the law, whatever happens to you as a result is none of my fucking business. It is not my fault. Go talk to the ones who put you on this path of wrongness. Address the ones who taught you to be a liar and a thief and a bully. Go and talk to the ones who taught you how to not be a woman of integrity, how to not be a man of integrity. It's not my fault. I don't need to subscribe to any of the lies that govern this society. And I will not subscribe to any of the lies that govern this society once I recognize it to be a fucking lie. And I have the right to do so. As a human being who gives a fuck about herself. As a human being who respects herself, and as a human being who would be happy to help anybody who are searching for the path of right in this mess we call life. What we have here is a conflict of fucking interest. My truths interfere with your lies. That's why you're mad. Because my truth undoing your lies is also the undoing of you and your organization. You and this whole society. But here what? Your lies interfere with my fucking truth and my well-being. Same way. Your lies don't help me or anybody else to be the best version of themselves. That's why y'all are so ugly and fat. That's why y'all don't have no good relationship with your children or have a good relationship with yourself. It's all the lies that you subscribe to that none of you believe, but are not courageous enough to admit and to divert. Your relationship with your partner is shitty. Your relationship with each other is shitty. Your relationship with yourself is shitty. Your relationship with God is shitty. Your relationship with food is shitty. Your relationship with whatever drug you do is shitty. Your relationship with your own body is shitty. Everything about your life is crappy, and that is not my fault. The relationship with your money is shitty. The system itself is built on lies. It will fall. Whether at my hand or through my influence or through somebody else's, anybody that come by that decide that they love, respect, and want to emulate truth, it is the undoing of your shitty system that has sustained your food, clothing, and shelter and all the luxuries that you love. And that has nothing to do with us. Nobody told you to build your system on fucking lies, manipulation. It worked for you for a long time. Be happy. It's done now. It's over. Those of us who are being trampled and oppressed and suppressed and being denied our rightful place in this world because of said lies and favoritism, we deserve to have our time in the light. We deserve to have what we truly deserve in this life. It's our turn to enjoy the spoils of life. And your turn to get your shit together for real and stop pretending to be businessmen and businesswomen. You're not businessmen and businesswomen. You are criminals. You don't know nothing about business because you don't study real business. Every business that you're into has been built on manipulation. You don't know how to be a true businessman or businesswoman for real. You don't know how to make honest money for real. And you want the rest of us to fucking fall in line with that bullshit. Yo, fuck you. I'm not built like you. And I don't want to be built like you. You're nothing to aspire to. Your kind is nothing for anybody to aspire to be. Your relationship with karma is fucking rotten. And you have a lot of karmic debts to pay. So yes, it was all sweet when you were doing your wrong and actually gaining from it. But we are in a different time in the human story, in case you haven't noticed. Things are changing, and if you do not change with it, you are going to fall all the way down. If you've never been an honest person in your life, now is the time to start to practice. Because we are in a time where we are going to be getting paid for our integrity. I did a reading and it came out that that's what's happening. So the fact that your money is getting fucked up because there's this stupid little girl going around talking so much truth, fucking with the religious sect, fucking with big companies and businesses, showing up all these major CEOs who've been in the business for so many years, and showing up these CEOs who have gone to the best Ivy League schools and all these shit. And here this little fucking black bitch come. Never went to any school anywhere, don't have no degrees, don't have a pot, how they go, a pot to shit in or a window to throw it out, showing y'all up and making y'all look like the fucking zeros that you are. All y'all study is evil. All day, every day. Dark shit, and you wonder why you're so miserable. You are your worst enemy. You are more of an enemy to yourself than I am. You are more of an enemy. You are more the facilitator of your undoing than I am. Your whole life need a reset. You need to accept that and do it. So that you'll be on the right side of things. Because the new world that you people are trying to usher in is going to be a new world, but it's not going to be what you all designed. All the plans and whatnot that you people have for society is not going to be like that. God is taking the power out of the hands of every evil person and putting it in the people them who actually deserve the power hands. That's what's happening. Nature is correcting itself because the earth has shifted, time has shifted. We're in the new world, and that's why your shit is so chaotic. Because some things are going to change. That's how you know you're in a new world. Things that never used to happen, you see them happening. People that never used to talk a certain thing or support a certain thing, you see that shit happening. You think that I'm the one that's making all these people see things and make these different life choices? I can't do it by myself. And you cannot fight truth. The truth is there for anybody who seeks it to be found. Anybody. And God is there for anybody who wants its help. So that we can be helped. God is there to stand up for the powerless. You can believe in the devil and devilishness, but you can't believe in God and godliness. Did the devil create creation? Devils kill, steal, and destroy. That's what devil energies do. If you want to build anything, if you want to build the future, you're going to have to tap into your God energy, not your devil energy, because you're only destroying yourself. I don't think that a lot of you understand what I'm saying, but to those of you who actually understand what I'm saying, good for you. And I pray that God help you. And I pray that you never feel lackluster. I pray that this be a happy adventure for you, taking your life off of this path of death and onto a path of more abundant life, When you smile from your fucking heart, not just from your face and your mind. Good shit make you smile. Not some evil, wicked, dumb, fucking vile shit. There's nothing funny in that. It's a facade. That's not true joy. That's not the type of joy that heals. It's not the type of joy that will make you prosperous. It is falsehood. You smile and you laugh, but you're never truly happy because you're not doing anything happy. You're not allowing yourself to be happy. I pray that you find your way to true happiness and good health. Building love for those who love you or with those who love you. Feeling truly supported. Feeling truly comforted. Not no fake shit. The real deal. It's gonna be a slow journey. But you see it manifest. Enjoy the ride. You're gonna cry sometimes. You're gonna look back and you're gonna hate who you were or who you currently are. But it's okay, because that means you're on the right path. You're not supposed to like that version of yourself unless you're using it in a justified way. Because we all have a devil inside, but we have to use it right. Use your devil for righteousness. Use your devil to stand up against those who would try ruin you. That's called self-defense. You use your devil for self-defense. That's using your devil in a righteous way. Use your devil to handle your man or your woman in the bedroom proper. That's using your devil the right way. Because everybody love a beast in the bedroom and outside and anywhere else, as a matter of fact. Kitchen, bathroom, living room. Yeah, I pray these things for you. Life is better on this side. It's not easier, but it's better. It's better. Okay? When you're in the darkness, you can be sure there's only one place you're going. It's to everything else that's dark. It's not good. It used to work at one point, all this dark shit. Y'all were winning at one point. It was profitable. But times have changed. It's not profitable anymore. And to win at life, you have to recognize that that shit ain't profitable anymore. We're in a new time, so that means you need a new formula. New times call for new formulas. You have to figure out the right formula. First, we have to figure out what time we're in and figure out the right formula, so you could keep winning at life. You know, several of the people that I know for sure are agents who have been doing me wrong in this battle that I got going on with this secret society, these world domination people. Several of the agents, God has offered them absolution. Absolution, complete absolution. That means that anything that they had done up to this point, if they choose to change their life, God will make it so that karma does not devour them. And they refused that offer. I'm saying this to you so that you can know. You cannot determine how God will choose to handle your case. God knows the ins and outs of your case. So these people who were offered absolution, they must have been unaware of the crimes that they were committing against me in some way. So God was like, okay, if you stop doing the nonsense that you're doing to her, I will let go. I will clean the slate for you. And I won't punish you. But you're gonna have to start to do right. The motherfucker them start they decided to stay on the track of doing me wrong. So you know what happened now? Now they can't say that they didn't know. Now they will be held accountable for every fucked up thing that they did to me from that point on, for sure. Because now you are knowingly hurting another person who hasn't done you any wrong. And even if you feel like this person has done you wrong, this is not the way to handle conflict. What is being done to me is overkill, even if I am guilty of any crimes. And I say a huge if. There's this one incident that happened when I was a little girl. I was like 3 or 4 years old, going to I was in not even kindergarten, preschool. Let me confess again. There was this little girl called Angela who was going to the same preschool with me and some other children. And there was a vine that used to grow on the back, on the fence. And they were telling me that those vines, it used to bear some purple fruit. And the children were telling me that they're poison. And they were trying to coerce me to get Angela to eat one. And Angela is a disabled child, so she had, well, she looked different, but I don't know her mental capabilities, but she like Down syndrome type child, right? So they told me, they coerced me to telling her to eat it. And me, inside myself, there was a voice. At that age, there was a voice telling me that poison is going to kill you. So in my mind, there was a part of me that was conscious or aware to some extent that if I encourage her to eat this fruit, it could hurt her or kill her. And I did it. I didn't listen to the voice inside of my head. And I did it. And you know, since 2008 until now, I've been getting poisoned. A life for a life. Karma hit everybody. And I sat in this life for all this time. I'm not saying that all of it was justified, because God has its own way of dealing with karmic situations, okay? And for after I did that to Angela, I was one of the very few, if not the only person who treated her. I was never her friend or anything like that, but I never did anything like that to anybody else again. And that time I didn't even get punished, but what happened? There was something inside of me that knew something inside of me that knew that that was a naughty thing to do. And never again in my life. So if anybody is looking for dirt on me, there is one dirt. And Angela, let me tell you something. If you ever think to approach me on this here subject, also ask yourself, what bad things have you done to somebody else? Take into account that this happened when we were 3 years old. Analyze yourself and figure out exactly how conscious you were at 3 years old. How many things did you steal from people? How many wicked things you do behind people back? So before you come at me because of what I did to you, make sure you approach me right. Because for me being poisoned for all these years, and me offering up myself as a living sacrifice for these people to learn that they shouldn't fuck with people like me, because the crime that I committed against you is not a crime that, first of all, I wasn't completely to be blamed. Second of all, when people are 3 years old, they're very, very susceptible to outside influences. Okay? That's why you have to be careful who you leave your children around. So although there was a little voice inside of me, I was following the crowd. And I was 3. 3, at the most 4. This is preschool. Kinsale. Preschool. Okay? So before you come at me on any fucking dumb shit, Angela, let me tell you straight. Be mindful how you approach me if you got something to say about this situation. And I did make a post about this already on Facebook, and I'm going to make the post again and tell you I am sorry for doing that to you. It was wrong. It was dangerous. And it was wrong. But how responsible are 3-year-olds? How conscious are 3-year-olds? How much control over oneself does a 3-year-old have? So y'all not gonna take my crime that I committed when I was 3 or 4 years old and try charge me like I'm a bumbleclot elder. But in any case, since 2008 till now, that's almost 20 years of poisoning. And it's even before that. It's like from since 2001 or something that these people started to put these stupid things in my food. So I'm talking about I already did like 25 years. In a real life, a real adult, we get 25 to life. So if y'all are digging in my background looking for dirt on me, this is the only dirt that you're going to find. A crime I committed when I was 3 years old. Nobody else. Unless it's like getting involved with other people, man. But I'm not entirely to be blamed for that either, because society didn't teach me how to be a respectable friend and young woman. Society didn't instill it in our brain to not be a side chick and all these things. I had to figure this thing out myself, and I've come to the conclusion that I'm not going to be no side chick for anybody. Those are the other kind of crimes that I committed. When it comes to stealing and lying and all these things, you're not going to be able to find on me on that, because I don't do those things. But younger, I kept getting in trouble with other people, man, mainly because the man them don't have no respect like they do now for who they fucking with. So it's not just on me for dealing with people, man. The people man them wasn't the people man them own, or as the people and man wouldn't have come after me in the first place. If you belong to somebody, you need to act like it as a man. Are you too greedy? Are you too fucky? Are you too undisciplined? And this society is not making it better for people to make good life choices. They take pride in fucking creating chaos. So how much blame are we really to take on for our crimes? Let's be honest. Let's have an honest conversation. Even you who do this shit to me, how much of the blame is actually yours? You were taught to be this way. You were coerced to be this way towards me. How much of the blame is actually yours? Let's talk court. Let's talk real things for a moment. You're doing what you learned from this shitty society, this shitty system, this shitty philosophical system, this philosophical that fucking let me calm down. This philosophical system that facilitates death, hardship, unhappiness, illness, mental depravity, moral discombobulation. How much of the blame is actually yours for what you're even doing to me? How did you get on this path to be targeting me and abusing me and attacking me? How did you get on the path to love, to hate me? How? See, these are the things that I stand against. These are the things that the truth will fucking set us free from. Do you understand? So now the truth becomes fucking special to you. Now the truth becomes helpful and welcomed to you. But when the truth don't work out in your favor, all of a sudden whoever is speaking the truth need to die. Need to fall ill and die. Because the truth isn't in your favor. But now the truth is in your favor. Somebody taught you to be a bitch. Somebody taught you to be a bitch ass nigga. Somebody taught you to be a bitch ass white person. Or Indian person, or wherever the fuck y'all come from, Chinese people, whatever. Somebody taught you to be that. And that's how you ended up with me as your fucking target, and you're cool with it. But as in my story with Angela, you also have a fucking choice. Your conscience be talking to you, but you don't be listening. And if this poisoning that they've been poisoning me since 2001 is any punishment for what I did to Angela, then just know that you got to pay your price too. $20 to $25 I've been suffering for one little crime that I committed when I was 3 or 4 years old. If you want to talk about karma. So God, in a sense, you people were doing what you're doing to me for your own reasons, but nature itself was getting back at me for what I did as a little one, because there was a voice inside of me that was telling me that's and I didn't listen. So you see how life just it intertwines. I'm sure that that has something to do with what I did to Angela. From nature, not from you guys, because you all didn't know about that. But nature used you. And nature will also fucking stop you. I've done my time. Because given the fact that I was only 3 or 4 years old, not fully in control of my cognizance, not knowing anything about self-discipline, not knowing anything about right or wrong consciously, that must weigh some, that must carry weight in my case. Ma'at. It must carry weight in my case. But when I came into consciousness, I committed no crimes. After I did that to her, I committed no crimes against anybody. Except for the girl them who man don't have no respect for them. And it's in my philosophy at that time of my life, it was this. If your man don't have no respect for what you have, I'm not obligated to have respect for what the fuck you have. And it's the truth. As a side chick, let's talk about my crimes. Your man is the one who was supposed to fucking be faithful to you. Keep his pants up on the bumperclot waist. But no. He come at me, I'm fucking available. And if I choose to rock with him, I rock with him. If I choose to fuck, I fuck. I don't owe you any obligation morally. Morally, I could have made a different choice. But we don't live in a society that teach us to have good morals. So if we don't figure that shit out on our own, we're going to keep going wrong and getting ourselves into fucking problems. Building a trail of haters behind us. And here I am trying to undo that shit. And you, the same fucking people, are trying to fucking hurt me. And stop me. How can you hold me accountable for a crime when there is nothing to tell me that it's a fucking crime? And even if a girl know that another woman have sex with her man who has no respect for her, because clearly a man don't have no respect for his woman if he's going to go out there and cheat, if he know that his woman don't like that shit, that means you don't fucking care about her. But when the actual main chick find out, main chick, you have an obligation morally to fucking handle the situation like you got some sense too. So if the side chick and the man too fucking dumb to know how important moral uprightness is, hopefully you are not that dumb. In my case, it looked like all of us were dumb. Because that's what started the deterioration of my teeth. after I was fucking with Craig, who belonged to Cheryl Castle of Montserrat, West Indies, that's when my teeth them started to have problem. My skin went blotchy, blotchy, blotchy. They were doing all type of shit to me. Because they thought that that was going to make me sad or ruin my confidence or some shit. I'm a woman of reason. Am I wrong for fucking Craig even though I know that he was with Cheryl? It depends on all the circumstances surrounding the case. Craig looked like a sad man at the time when me and him hooked back up. I loved Craig since I was 14 years old. Yeah, some pedophile shit. That's how these people behave. That know nothing new. Since I was 14 years old. But for whatever reason, he never take me seriously. Now, it really looked like I didn't have enough money for him to take seriously. Being an underage person, I have to go with my parents. Take me, then took me to Antigua and then to England. I went back to Montserrat and it was me and Craig again. And yes, I used to hang out by Craig's shop. I wasn't hiding the fact that Craig is my friend. But y'all never see me hugging on him and kissing on him and disrespecting. I never see me do that. I never see me make any kind of moves in a public to disgrace Cheryl. The most me do a go by Craig shop. Keep his company. And him keep mine. We won't do no hanky panky. Because in my mind, he was my friend. Not just somebody I was fucking. God is my judge. I got with Craig the last time. And Craig, if Craig and Cheryl was serious and cared about each other and whatnot, then Craig shouldn't have come at me. But it was all a setup, wasn't it? So first, you people you don't teach me the right thing to do. And when I do the quote wrong thing in your mind, then you punish me because you think you have the right to punish me. Do you see the problem with your judgments? The fact that I wasn't taught what moral uprightness look like when it comes to relationships and these things. As a matter of fact, right now, I feel like If I want to be a side chick, I can be a side chick, but I do so at my own risk. Cause no side chick, no side chick or any main chick, any obligation. That's the truth of the matter when it comes to side chick business. No side chick or any main chick, any bumbleclad obligation. It's your man who owe you loyalty. A side chick have the right to choose to say, nah, go home to your wife. Me not indulge with you with that. And if a side chick decide that she gonna deal with the man, it is for the wife to then not come and fucking do dumb shit to the woman, but first you talk to her kindly as well, cause she no owe you no obligation for left your man. Your man owe you obligation to leave extra woman alone. So if you want to approach a side chick, you should approach a side chick with respect, kindness. Ask her nicely. Talk to her respectfully. And see what she do after that. You see that she gonna oblige you by leaving your husband, but if she leave your husband, know that your husband gonna get another side chick. So if, let's say, the side chick leave your husband alone and he go get another side chick, then what are you going to do? It's the man that's the bumbleclad problem. To all of you main chicks who like to go after the side chicks and fuck them up, y'all need to stop that shit. You go after these side chicks who owe you no obligation, and then at night you want to lie down and be fucking and sucking on the same man. Not putting the blame where it fucking belong. That's just dumb. Side chicks don't owe main chicks nothing. If I am a wife, there's no side chick out there that owe me anything. It's the man that I'm with who is supposed to respect me enough and respect what we're building enough to fucking be faithful. That's how that's supposed to work. And women, the same thing for you. You're supposed to make these men go about their business. You're supposed to respect what you and your man got enough to say no to all other men. That's how it's supposed to work. Y'all not gonna come with them backwards philosophy and then throw fire upon me as if say you got some kind of bumbleclad right to throw fire on me. I'ma fuck y'all up, I swear to God. If you gonna approach me right. Because if you don't, that's an act of war. It's an offense. Do I owe any main chick that I've ever been a side chick to a sorry? I don't owe you any sorries. But being a creature who care about her moral compass, I have said sorry. Because when I was younger, I didn't realize what I was doing. But when I got older and experienced life, and I got to understand life, I understood that that person who I was then is not who I choose to be. That's not a version of myself that I would like to carry on being. So I changed. Now I say, if a man chooses a wife and he's unhappy with her, It's not my bumbleclad problem. Keep your crosses. You chose her. I will not be standing in and fulfilling those parts of your marriage that you lack with your wife. I will not be comforting you. I will not be advisor to you. I will not be fucking friend to you. I will not be support to you. You chose to partner up with her. If you want certain things out of me, you have to pay me for my advice. Pay me for my bumbleclad time and my attention. Because when you're done, you'll go home to your wife. When it's fucking Christmas time and family dinner and family gathering and shit like that, I am not included. I am the one sitting out there lonely. I want family too. I want to attend family dinners and go on family vacations. So side chick life is not for a woman like me. I want my own husband. And any one of you think that you owe me a fuck off of my husband, fucking as you wish. If he want you, fuck him. Cause that mean he was never for me. Yeah, if you want fuck you, fuck him. Cause the man that's for me, y'all can't get him. And he gonna respect me that much. He gonna be the sum of my karma. And no matter how much you people try, you won't be able to get no fuck off of him once he becomes mine. That's what I'm striving for. That's what I'm going to have. If what you put out into the world comes back to you, that is what I'm going to have. I am not a home wrecker. I was never a home wrecker, even when I was in the business of side chicken. I was never a home wrecker. Nobody can say that about me. Me fuck your man, yes. I never interfered with your home. I never said a disrespectful thing to you. I never disrespected your children. I never made it blatant and public and be kissing your man or doing any of that shit with your man in public. So if people assume that me and the man do something, it's because they assumed so. Not because they saw me doing things with him. I had some level of respect for their wife and their family. Always. Even when nobody taught me to be that way. I was that type of fucking side chick. I was a respectful side chick. Hopefully Cheryl will tell her the truth. I was a respectful side chick when I was fucking Craig. I never kept Craig at my yard too long. None of that. So whatever reason that you people can bring up from my past to try and justify trying to hurt me, they're null and void by now. I've paid my dues, if there were dues to pay. Y'all want me to follow the laws, but y'all don't ever take the time to teach the bumbleclad laws. Y'all want me to follow rules that I don't see. And then when I don't follow the rule, y'all fucking go from 0 to 100 in your punishment. Because you think you justified. But God don't handle us like that. Because how many of God's divine laws do we fucking break on a regular basis? And God give us chance after chance to get to understand or recognize law. So much so that y'all think God don't exist. So much so that y'all think God weak. God is so just, so fair that y'all think God weak. Y'all think the devil more powerful than God. How? God and the devil is one and the same. But that's another conversation for another video. It's actually good and evil. When you pray to your evil deities, they get their power from God, the source of all evil. When we pray to our angels and our ancestors and whatever, as long as they tapped in, that's why I don't go through no middleman, but they get the good from the God who created good. CM1. There's only one superpower. There's only one the all. There's only one almighty. There's only one creator. There's only one. There's only one source. One. So everything comes from that one. Everything good and everything evil. But y'all want to create this picture to make it look like, say, it's two different beings. And then when I come out and say that it's only one, and people start to believe me because it make bumbleclot sense. Y'all want to be mad at me saying that I'm destroying the religious industry or destroying the moral fabric of religion, or however the fuck y'all be saying it. Y'all paint me out to look like I'm a devil for saying that God and the devil is one and the same. Good is an energy, and evil is an energy. And they all come from the one source. God is the author of good and evil. God wrote the bumbleclot rules of the light and of the darkness. Where's the lie in that? Religious people. Where the fucking lie? So when the Bible tell you a story about how the devil was on top of the mount wherever with Jesus, trying to tempt Jesus, saying that I'll give you all this if you just follow me, or however the story go. Who was it that was actually trying to tempt Jesus? Because in these times, if we were to put me in Jesus's position, the one that was tempting me is the ones who run this society. The secret society behind the government who run this society. They're the ones that were promising me this and that if I choose to be like them. They are the devil. If I was playing the role of Jesus on the Mount of whatever, them secret society people who got all your other people fucked up for a bomberclad car, or for not being harassed in society, for not being ostracized in society, they're the ones who came to me as the devil, telling me that I can have all this if I just choose to come under their control. So who was the devil that approached Jesus? It's people. People carrying the spirit of this and the spirit of that. People who invoke the spirit of this and the spirit of that. It's people. Whether they're telepathic communicating with Jesus, or they were right there in person communicating with Jesus, is fucking people. People who believe they got power. People who believe they run this town. They can't even run their own household. Your fucking house is falling apart. Your relationship with your children is shitty. The relationship with yourself is shitty. And you want to come control other people. All y'all are going over the fucking cliff. That's what's happening. All of y'all are following each other to hellish life. Because hell is not a physical place. Hell is a state of being. Poverty, or not having what you need, not even poverty, not having what you need, is hell. Listen to the words carefully. Not having what you need is hell. Sadness is hell. Confusion is hell. Depression is hell. Anger is hell. Fear is hell. All y'all living in hell. Hell is not a place that you go after you die. Hell is a place that you live now as a result of your choices. A result of your actions and or your inactions. Heaven is equally so. That's why, with all the fuckery that y'all are doing to me, I'm still happy. I'm still healthy. I'm still peaceful. I'm still of sound mind. I have true joy. I have true order in my life. I live in heaven. I live a heavenly life. You live a hellish life. My life is because of a collection of my choices, and your life is because of the collection of your choices. No matter who made you make these choices, we are obligated to take control of our own destiny by allowing our faith to overshadow our fears. Stop making excuses for doing the wrong thing. Stop making excuses for being weak. Stop making excuses for not taking the right action. Stop making excuses. They're not going to fly in this new world. Okay? I have never been a threat to anybody. I have always been an asset to every society that I've lived in. And if there were people around me to teach me what is good, what is right, then I would have been even further in my personal development. But I had to figure everything out myself. So if I made some wrong turns following the examples that I saw in this world, I cannot be held 100% accountable for that. I had to develop a mindset where I decide, you know what? I am going to do my own thing from now on. I'm not going to emulate my life off of anybody else's. I'm not going to join any groups. None. I don't care if they're good or if they're bad. I'm not joining with anybody. My life is going to be a result of my own karma. If I do have a circle, it's going to be with friends and family, like normal people. I'm not joining any organization. I don't care what you stand for. If I want to assist you because I believe in your cause, I will do so from the side. I will remain an independent, always. Because I see how this world actually set up. And when you have a large organization full of a whole bunch of people, you got a whole bunch of everything in that organization. And we don't all stand for the same thing. So instead of mixing up my energy and my belief system and my karmic credit with all type of other people, I choose to remain an independent. It don't mean I don't respect y'all. It don't mean I don't like y'all. It means that I'm going to preserve myself. It means that it's the best decision that I see to preserve my own self. And if that offends you, then there's nothing that I can do about how you perceive me. You chose to see me that way. You never come and ask me who I am or ask me why do I make the choices that I make. You never come and had no conversation with me to try and get to know me and understand me. And when I do tell you who I am, you choose not to believe me. I'm not responsible for that. I will not take up that cross and carry it anywhere. How you perceive me is none of my fucking business. We're going to leave that right there with you. And I look forward to the day that God start to kick your ass for refusing to stop interfering with me in a negative way. I look forward. Because it's coming. See how many warnings y'all been getting? Till y'all want to laugh at me and think that it's a joke. Y'all want to keep fucking with me and thinking that there's not going to be any consequences for doing so. Play on, players. Play on. And I hope to God that God show me. I want to see. Whether it come out in a reading or me see it on the news or whatever, I want to see y'all bumbleclad judgment. And I want you to see me, seeing you getting judged for the fuckery that you choose to stop, that you choose to continue to do to me. You choose to refuse to stop doing to me. You hear the word choose. Yeah. Our life is a result of our choices. The choices that we've made. The quality of life that we live will always be the result of the choices that we made. Whether to act or not to act. So whatever the fuck your life look like, thank yourself. Because it's a result of your own choices. Excuse me. And my life is a reflection of my own choices. And that's why God will only allow you to get so close and no closer to me. Because if I am one of the only ones here on earth, how much do you think God appreciates? If I'm one of the few actually trying to help people to recognize God, try to learn God's way. And I'm not talking about them fake ass religious people either who only talk the talk. They don't walk the bumper clock walk. Because if y'all were walking the walk for real, your life would be as hard as mine. That's how me know I a religious folk I ain't fucking real. Y'all only talk the talk. When the fight come to you for real, you fucking bow to the evil ones. You don't have no faith in a God for real. Your decisions prove that. People who have faith in God, they do the right thing no matter the cost. No matter the bumbleclad cost. Because you know that God is mighty. Death before dishonoring God. We choose death over dishonoring God. That's what real God people do. We will lay down our life for the right. That's how you walk the bumbleclad walk. And when you're willing to lay down your life for the right, here come the secret society people and all you fucking agents. To make our way as difficult as possible. Like you believe in God, prove it. Yeah, bitches, I've been proving it. And what? Still don't believe me yet. I choose death before dishonoring God. And that me say. And that I've been doing and that me go continue to do. So if you want to keep fucking with me, keep fucking with me at your own risk. If you want to keep fucking with me at your own risk. I don't know how many more warnings y'all have. But just know that one day, things will never be the same in your life again. And it will not be in a good way because you're creating your own hell. You're creating your own hellish existence fucking with me. I promise you. I've done nothing to deserve being treated like this. So when you start to get back what you've been putting out into this world, thank yourself. Don't blame me. I've been trying to warn you. Okay? I think that I've said all that I want to say to you right now. I do want to look into this deck though, because all these people, whoever this woman is that decides she gonna turn back on the poisonous gases in my house again, I want to get to you and what God want to talk to you about. All these my next door neighbors who came up in the underlying issue, we want to find out exactly what God wants us to know about you, or whatever God wants us to do in this situation. Yeah. And why did he come up? And whoever this is at the bottom of the deck, why all them names they did come up? That me want for know. So I took a picture of the sequence that they came up in, and when the vibe hit me in the right way, I am going to do my own investigation publicly. Yeah. Everybody need to know, because I want them to. If you're gonna do anything, make sure that you're willing for it to come to the light. Make sure nothing that you're going to be embarrassed about. Make sure it's nothing to ruin your life if it comes to the light. Because for fucking with me, I'ma fuck right back with you. Okay? You wanna ruin my life? You wanna ruin my happiness? You wanna ruin my peace? I'm going to ruin yours. If I feel like it. Whenever I feel like it. Because I'm done with being bullied by you people with no consequences. I don't know what God wants to do with you, but I know I want to get some blows in too. I deserve to throw a couple slaps and kicks, and yeah. I want y'all to see my fucking face fucking y'all up. I want y'all to know that I'm not somebody to play with. You want to ruin my life? I'm gonna ruin yours then. That's a promise. So you better make sure that you're on the right side of the law when your bumbleclot name come up on my desk or in my mind. Make sure that you're on the right side of the law when your name come up in my mind's eye. Make sure you're on the right side of the law when your name come up in my mind's eye. Don't think that because your name isn't in my deck that I can't fucking locate you. Fuck eyes in the sky. I got eyes everywhere. There's no place that you can hide from me when God is ready to reveal you. You see it? My connects are better than your connects. My intel is way better than your intel. We don't miss. None of you can hide from us. Your power is not greater than the power that I roll with. Your organization is not higher than the organization that I belong to. I belong to God organization. I am an officer of the divine law. And I'm here to enforce divine law. After I've made you aware of divine law. Until God tell me, okay, Chanel, dress back. I'll take it from here. Somebody need to talk to you people. So you can't say you never did get the message. We don't give a fuck if you believe us or not. the way how life gonna play out, you gonna know whether or not we should be believed. You will have no cause to doubt us the way how life is going to play out for you. You touch fire, you're gonna get burned. When you get burned enough time, you will stop touching the fire all by yourself. Can how you recognize fire as fire. Feel me? I'm going to get out of here and leave you willing slaves alone. I'm going to leave you bumbleclot, weak ass, bitch ass niggas and bitch ass bitches alone. Y'all don't have no backbone to stand up to this wicked system that's making y'all the worst version of yourselves. Y'all want to be fucking fighting each other, and the ones who should be getting your wrath, you do not attack the problem from the root. I'm not the one who has made you have to fucking sin your soul for a pretty penny. I'm not the one who set this minimum wage. I'm not the one who fucking make the cost of living ridiculously higher than the minimum wage that we get. I am not the one who is behind the deterioration of society. I'm the one trying to help to fix it. Not just for me. I don't do this just for myself. I do it because it's right. And whoever is meant to benefit for my sacrifices, I am happy for them to benefit. Because that must mean that they have earned it. But somebody has to lead out. We can't all be cowards. We cannot all be subscribing to evil and wrong. Because evil destroys itself. If all of us were evil, this world would be finished. Everybody would be finished. It will be even worse than it is right now. So let's give thanks to those who do good. Let's give thanks for those humans who choose to do right when they do right. We are the ones who help to hold this together. We are the ones who help to bring back some semblance of peace and happiness and fairness to this shitty society. We are the ones who help people to find their inner courage. We are the ones who help people to find their true source of power, which is their God, whichever God they call on. Because we cannot do it by ourselves. We need God. To win this battle against the evil ones, we need God. I don't do this by my strength, my intelligence, my power. I don't do this by my courage. I pray for this shit. I pray for all of it. I ask for it. Because the battle that I find myself in is not a small one. I do not succeed by my own strength. It is by me asking God and God granting me why I'm still here of sound mind. Having true peace and true joy. Still being successful. Still being so intelligent. I got CEOs and fucking Harvard graduates and whatever other posh schools y'all come from. People who go to them schools for years, they're so angry at me because how I know this thing and I never been to school to study whatever the fuck y'all are into. It's called common sense. Before there was any school, there was common sense. Before there was any school, there were teachers. First there are teachers, and then there are schools. Go do the math. Ivy League student. Oh, intelligent one. Before there is any school, there is a teacher. So who taught the teachers? How did the teachers become teachers to make the first school? You see how stupid y'all are? Knowledge is free. If you look for it. And if you pay attention to what life itself is teaching you through the experiences that you have, the knowledge come for bumbleclot free. I got my shit for free. Because I pay attention to life. I have an interest in all the things that you see me talking about. I care about them. That's how come I get such great ideas. I fucking care. That's where my energy goes. First there were teachers and then there were schools. Ivy League schools. Ivy League schools would be nothing without teachers. And clearly y'all teachers ain't good enough because my little no school ass come out here and can tell you million and billion-dollar ideas just like that. I didn't spend one penny for it. The ideas that I've thrown out there when it comes to the jail and the hotels and whatever else, the music business and all these things that I've thrown out there, these are money-making ideas that can make so much. That these ideas that I bring to the public, they will shift the public in such a major way. A major positive way. But you know what happened? Y'all are too evil. Y'all don't want the people to benefit in any way. Y'all don't want the people to have any power in any way. And that's why you gonna fail. The secret society evil people that was here before you people who are running it now, they were better than y'all. I miss them. They probably died somewhere in the 2000s or something, and y'all newbies took over the family business. And that's why everything is so fucking dead and dreary. That's why the businesses are losing so much money now. You youngsters. You youngsters come into the game not knowing anything. Y'all don't have no respect for what your grandfather and grandmother or your great grandfather and great grandmother set in place. As evil as they were, they understood business. They understood industry. They understood how to keep winning by creating a balance between them and we, the people. Their formula was infinitely better than yours. You come in and take over. You want to make everybody into idiots. You want to make everybody into cowards. You want to make everybody under you in every way all the time. By any means, y'all are stupid. You people who run the secret society right now, who run society, you people who run the secret society, who run society, y'all are fucking muumuus. Y'all are idiots. Y'all are a bunch of fucking fools. Y'all are foolish. Y'all are uber foolish. Your people before you were running all of this smoothly. For so many years, the business was running smooth. The fucking people were happy. Although we're not making nowhere near as much money as they were making, every fucking body was happy. And you come and take over the business. How much of that fucking inheritance have you lost? They handed over a solid business to you. You come in with your fuckery and fucking ruin it. Thinking that you know better than everybody else. The shit was working before you put your hands on it. Admit that. Profits were rolling in before you put your hand on it. The organizations had solidarity before you put your hands on it. Yeah, I'm talking to you evil people. Show you how fair I am. I've always been this fair. Don't act like this is something new. Because you're an idiot. And I've been trying to help you ever since the beginning of our fight. Even though you're trying to ruin me. I just can't help myself. The system that your great-grandparents and your grandparents had in place, it was running smooth. Everybody was eating. You come in, you don't want none of we the people to eat, and so you too end up not eating. You can't even pay back your investors. You can't even pay back your sponsors. The money is draining out of your family fucking vault like you got a bomber clot leaking pipe. Your organization is not organized anymore. Everybody's split. It's not what it used to be. Because of poor management. That's why. You think you're God. You think you can overpower God. Nah. You can overpower everybody except for who God say. You want to fuck with God people? You fucking with your whole empire. Why? Because right is right and wrong is wrong. And even though your organization is huge, there are people in there who have good morals too. And when they see you stepping too far out of bounds, they know that where you're leading them is leading them unto death, despair, destruction. If the head of any company is fucked up, the whole company is fucked. If that head will not take tellings from somebody who has the vision on how to save the company. You're too pompous to listen to good advice at the detriment of the whole company. You're a stupid leader. You're an idiot. The proof is in the bumperclot pudding. I'm not just going to call you that just for the sake of disrespecting you. I'm calling it as I see it. You're a fucking fool. They gave you a thriving business, and what did you do with it? Even though it's a business of organized crime, they gave you a thriving business. Control your people. But first, you have to learn to control yourself. Because the way that you're acting right now, even your people not gonna have no respect for you. They see you as nothing. How you gonna grab back the reins of your fucking authority? Leader? Keep your people away from me. We're not asking you, we're telling you. Because I'm not just going to go after them. I'm going to go after you too. Because if you are powerful enough to mobilize them against me, you need to exercise your authority to mobilize them to stop fucking with me. Let's see you do that effectively.